Hey guys, today I thought I'd bring you my very first commentary. I thought, hey, it's something different from my other videos where you just watch me play, and I know that can be boring. So yeah, why not? By the way, I am sitting outside while I'm recording this, so if you hear stuff in the background, I apologize, and my neighbors probably think I'm crazy, but hey, I'm okay with that. Back to the gameplay. In this footage, I'm playing Ground War, kill confirmed on Defender. I was pretty proud of myself because I went 41 and 9, and if you notice in the corner, I put a counter because I realized when I was editing the video, the end where it showed how many people you killed or how many times you died didn't record, so I felt like this counter was kind of necessary, so you knew I actually went 41 and 9, whether you cared or not cared, but yeah, I wanted to put there, so I put it there. But yeah, okay. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to get a lot of kills and the gun I'm using and my score streaks and pretty much whatever else comes to mind. So with that said, guys, let's get started. First off, the gun I'm using is the ARX Superlight, which I unlocked in a supply drop. ARX is actually a pretty good gun on its own, but with the Superlight it added an increased fire rate, and it did bump down the mobility by like 1 point, but I wasn't too stressed about that at all. I was actually okay with it. Usually I don't use any attachments, but I wasn't running any perks, so I thought, hey, let me just use these attachments. As far as those go, I'm using the silencer, so I could be stealthy. Sometimes I have a tendency to like fire off too many rounds and then that ends up getting me killed, so with the silencer that definitely helped. I'm using the red dot as well for better accuracy, and the foregrip I am using to reduce the recoil, which in all honesty none of these attachments are necessary, but like I said, I didn't have any perks and I was trying to get a lot of kills, so it actually did help. The gun itself already has a pretty decent iron sight and the recoil isn't bad. I don't really like to use the exo abilities because a lot of the time when I have them on, I forget I have them, and it's pretty much like, wow, a wasted point that I could use towards something else. But in this case, I'm using the mute exo ability so I could be stealth-like and whatnot, and I actually don't even think I used it very much. But as far as the exo launcher, I have the 2 frag grenades. I always have at least 2 because one I feel like isn't enough and always more is better. I prefer the frag grenades because if I shoot it in a general direction, it has the opportunity of rolling around and hitting an enemy pretty much. And with a Syntax, you either have to know where the person is going or stick them. For the kill streaks, I'm using the UAV, the turret, and the warbird. For the UAV, I have the enemy direction attached. This definitely helps you out, especially if you're trying to find the enemies first. This helps you and your team. It not only acts as a UAV, but it will tell you where the enemies are going. For the turret, I have the sentry perk attached. I like to do this because a lot of the time whenever I control it myself, I just suck and I don't get a lot of kills, so when I have the sentry perk on it, I can just set it down anywhere and just have it get a lot of kills for me, and I don't run the risk of dying when I have to do it myself. Another optional perk you can do or add to it is the 360 rotation. I would only really use this if you're gonna put it out in the middle of the map where it's not in like a corner or something where you know a lot of people are gonna be running by, but for me, usually I put it in corners that a lot of high traffic, and I usually get a lot of kills that way. And then last but not least, I have the Warbird, and I like to put the Aggressor perk to it because it's the same thing as the turret. I can just pretty much call it in and not have to worry about controlling it myself and having to die, and I suck at controlling it for some reason, and it gets me a lot of kills when I have that Aggressor perk attached. My tips as far as playing whatever mode you decide to play would be to keep your eye on the radar. I notice a lot of the enemies that I kill like should have known that I was coming and should have killed me, but they didn't because they probably weren't using their radar. And so yeah, I know a lot of people don't like to do this also, is because like sometimes you could look at your radar for just a split second and then the next find yourself dead, and well, that sucks, but it really does help, especially you have the UAV enemy direction on. You're able to find your enemies and really not have to worry about getting a surprise attack, or at least you know where they're coming from, so you're not bummed out when you end up dying because, hey, that was your fault because you didn't see them coming and it was on your radar. After all, we are trying to get as many kills as possible and have very little deaths. When you're trying to get a lot of kills, always, and I mean always, check your corners. We all know how some people like to pitch tents and camp. My best advice for this would be right as you're approaching a corner, or if you're going around a corner, always aim down your sights. This gives you a better advantage of being able to get the first shot off. In my case, I do this a lot because I feel like it really does help. If I'm already aiming down my sights when I'm approaching a corner or going around a corner, at least I can get a few rounds into the enemy, and then what I'll usually do is finish them off with a hip fire. Keep those crosshairs on those corners, guys. Being able to use your exo abilities efficiently is another way you could get a lot of kills or prevent yourself from dying. I honestly feel like this comes in handy. The fact that you can quickly dodge out of the way and reach cover, or jump out of the way of bullets or even grenades, will help you decrease the chance of you dying. As far as my advice would go for those ones that are jumping through air, zipping around corners with their exosuits, I would try to predict where they're going to go or where they're going to land. In some cases this doesn't work, but in other cases, when you know or predict where they're going to be, you will definitely get a lot of kills that way as well. Communicating is a great way to get a lot of kills as well. If you are on a team and everyone is using their mic, this is amazing. It's hard to find those lobbies where people are actually using their mics to communicate instead of just playing music through them. I mean, I get it. I've done this myself, but I've had my mic muted. I'll play music and it actually helps me play better, but if I'm playing and I'm communicating and you're just playing music through your mic, then it just, honestly, in my opinion, is just annoying. Like, I would rather have you telling me where people are coming from, or where you just died, or how many people are coming our way. If I wanted to listen to music, I would just play my own music, like I said, but I'm here to get kills, I'm here to help you get kills, and I'm here to help the whole team complete whatever objective we're playing and pretty much not die. Well, that's all the time I have for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you do or want to see similar videos like it, don't forget to leave a comment below and tell me what you want to hear, or if you just want to hear me talk about random stuff, I guess. But anyway, if you enjoyed it, go ahead and hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Y'all have an awesome day, and thanks again.
Nice work, Sentinel.